We're very honored to have the chairman of the occasion present here. The chairman of the occasion today is His Royal Majesty, Dr. Muhammadu Aliyu Mustafa, Lamido of Adamawa and Chancellor of Style Research University of Leadership, Management and Technology. And today, the Royal Highness is represented by Professor Abba A. Tahir, the Kakaki of Adamawa. Please a round of applause. I also want to introduce everybody to the team. Over to the high table.
Beyond the borders of this continent, we make with might and pride, impacting lives, transforming minds. We are AFFiT, and our influence knows no boundary, has no end. Eminent teachers of Africa, forming minds. We are AFFiT, and our influence knows no boundary, has no end. Eminent teachers of Africa.
Distinguished dignitaries, participants, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I am profoundly pleased to stand with Royal Highness the Lamido of Adamawa, chairman of the occasion before us this morning. The Lamido sends his warm greetings and best wishes to the organizers of this assembly, the leadership of AFFiT, management of FCT College of Education, eminent scholars, educational administrators, professional teachers, development partners, students, and all participants gathered here today. This convergence is not merely another academic event. It is the inauguration of a movement whose relevance extends beyond Nigeria to the entire African continent. A rigorous process of nomination, screening, interviewing, and research evaluation. The instrumental role of women in reforming, creating, and inspiring the next generation of scholars, innovators, and leaders across our continent. Your recognition, the late Professor Ayo Africa, people of heritage, people of Islam, who instill in us discipline, competence, and dedication to service. With a deep sense of nostalgia, I retrospectively remember teachers like Brother Fagos, who were especially trained to teach mathematics, English language, integrated science, and other core subjects. For my second year in Teachers College, I participated in supervised teaching practice in various primary schools across the defunct Gongola state, many of them located in our remotest rural communities. Those experiences shaped and sharpened my understanding of education as a transformative power, a transformative force capable of changing lives, communities, and nations. Lecturing communication courses. It is necessary to state that my background in teacher training was largely instrumental to my accomplishments in the media industry. Incidentally, the foundation for my media career was also laid at the Teachers College. That was where I developed interest in journalism and started listening to radio news bulletins and reading newspapers as a daily routine. I suddenly became the newsman presenting the daily news bulletin about current affairs at the routine morning assembly, which all of you know about, on weekdays. After the usual assembly, I used to paste the main story of the week on the campus notice board. And when Mr. Tola Aluko from the University of AFFiT came to my college for NYSC and announced the desire to establish a press club on campus, I was among the first set of students who joined him immediately. Therefore, my early interest in journalism, my experience in its initial practice from high school, and the foundation I brought on the media became the springboard for the success in teaching communication in the university across 3 institutions. That is why transitioning into university teaching was remarkably smooth for me because of the requisite professional mentoring I received in teacher training. A more important moment to launch such an exemplary initiative dedicated to innovative teaching than now. We are living in the 21st century, an era characterized by rapid technological changes, challenges, and chances. Artificial intelligence, automation, digital transformation, and evolving labor markets. Traditional jobs are shrinking on a daily basis. Jobs that used to be done or handled by 4 people in the past can today be accomplished by just 1 person, thanks to the fiercely penetrating power of technology. Now, no longer continue with the outdated model of producing graduates, whose only aspiration is to search endlessly for white-collar employment. We must therefore shift from producing job seekers to preparing employment creators, innovators, researchers, entrepreneurs, and solution providers. That transformation begins in the classroom. And it begins with the teacher. It begins with you and I. A teacher who is innovative does not merely deliver notes. He or she inspires curiosity. An innovative teacher does not prepare students for examinations alone. He or she prepares them for life. An innovative teacher helps learners develop critical thinking, creativity, and collaboration, communication skills, digital literacy, and ethical leadership. This is precisely why AFFiT becomes timely and a strategic intervention model for Africa. Africa is the youngest continent in the world. Our greatest resource is not found in oil, gold, or minerals, like we falsely believe, but in our resourceful people, like teachers. By 2050, 1 out of every 4 people in the world will be African. The future of this continent, therefore, depends largely on the quality of education we provide today. And those who provide the education are you and I, the teachers. Here are 4 critical questions, begging for answers. Are our teachers equipped enough for the digital age? Are our classrooms fostering the required innovation and creativity? Are we nurturing creators of technology or merely consumers of technology? Are we preparing young Africans to compete globally while solving local problems? Or are we preparing them to lament, keep lamenting on radio and TV or in social media? These are the questions that AFFiT seeks to address. And I strongly believe that this forum can become one of the most influential educational movements on the continent. I urge governments, universities, colleges of education, private schools, development agencies, and the corporate sector to partner with AFFiT. The task of transforming African education cannot be left to teachers alone. It requires collective commitment. Now, what are the potential investment areas? 1, teacher training and retraining is critical. 2, digital infrastructure must be provided and available everywhere. Educational research, curriculum innovation, rural education support, artificial intelligence and educational technology, and continuous professional development for teachers. Conferences we attended. It will remember us for the transformations we initiated. The age-long notion that the main reward of teachers remains in heaven also suggests that the status or the main dish could initially be served and appreciated here on Earth. The emergence of the African Forum for Innovative Teachers is an opportunity to redefine the future of education in Africa. Let this conference, or let this meeting, mark the beginning of a continental reawakening, in which teachers become innovators, schools become incubators of ideas, and students become creators of solutions. On behalf of His Royal Highness, the Lamid of Adamawa, Dr. Muhammad Ali Mustafa, CFR, I call upon every educator present here to embrace innovation, call upon every institution to support teacher development, every policymaker to prioritize educational reform, and every stakeholder to invest in the future of African children. Let us leave this gathering with a shared determination that the classrooms of Africa will no longer be places of passive learning, but centers of creativity, discovery, entrepreneurship, and transformation. May AFFiT grow from this inaugural event into a powerful continental force for educational excellence. May our teachers be empowered, may our students be inspired, and may Africa rise through innovative education. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the African continent.
Let me stand on the existing protocol, hoping that you're able to hold me strong. These are the Bidoma Land, special guests of honor, Executive Secretary, Directors of the National Commission for Colleges of Education, the Provost and his management team, the Deans, Directors and staff of the Federal Capital Territory College of Education, Zuba, Royal Fathers, Provosts from Colleges of Education across Nigeria, National Leadership Coasu. Today is the birth of a movement. Today, history is being written. Today, we are sending a powerful message to Nigeria, Africa, and the world that when women are given equal opportunities to learn, to lead, to research, and to innovate, they do not merely participate in development, they become architects of transformation. This gathering stands as living proof that excellence has no gender, intelligence has no gender, leadership has no gender, innovation has no gender. The AFFiT National Women in Education Award was conceived following the strategic collaboration between AFFiT, the Colleges of Education Academic Staff Union, COASU, and the National Commission for Colleges of Education, NCCE, to promote research excellence, academic leadership, innovation, and quality teacher education across Nigeria. After months of nomination, rigorous screening, research evaluation, interviews, and academic assessment, we are honored to welcome more than 200 outstanding female lecturers representing over 50 colleges of education across Nigeria. Each participant has demonstrated exceptional commitment to scholarship, research, and academic excellence, making every one of them a worthy ambassador of the teaching profession. Across the world today, women continue to redefine possibilities. They are leading scientific discoveries, driving educational reform, reshaping public policy, building successful businesses, advancing technology, and transforming communities. Africa cannot afford to remain behind. The most significant gathering of women scholars and researchers in Nigeria's colleges of education. Today, we shall formally induct all qualified participants into the AFFiT Research Fellow Community, a professional network of educators and researchers committed to advancing educational excellence through research, innovation, collaboration, mentorship, and lifelong professional development. and that great research deserves investment. As part of our commitment to building the capacity of our research fellows, beyond this induction, we have designed academic writing, APA 7 edition masterclass, research ethics, literature review masterclass, artificial intelligence, tools for research, proposal and grant writing, scholarly publishing, research, visibility, commercialization, and the use of leading reference management tools, certification, digital credentials, and continued professional development recognition, empowering our researchers or our research fellows to excel in academic promotion, international publication, research grants, innovation, and global research collaboration. Through the SCERP, AFFiT is not only recognizing excellence, but deliberately developing a new generation of African researchers who shall shape the future of education, research innovation, and sustainable development across the continent. Advancement projects, AFFiT flagship gender initiative, and a 10-year continental campaign scheduled for official launch in July 2027. The committee will comprise of 30 to 50 distinguished women researchers drawn from across Nigeria to provide strategic leadership for the preparatory phase of the project. Between now and the official launch, the committee will champion advocacy, institutional partnership, research mapping, policy engagement, resource mobilization, and the establishment of state and institutional networks that will position the project as African leading platform for advancing women in research, education, leadership, innovation, and sustainable development. Today's commissioning, therefore, marks the beginning of a transformative journey supporting 10,000 scholarships, sponsor women for international conferences and publication, and mentor more than 5,000 women into leadership positions across academia, industry, government, and the private sector. Please, a round of applause for AFFiT for that. Perhaps the most ambitious component of this initiative is the establishment of a funding ecosystem that will mobilize government, philanthropies, corporate organizations, development partners, and the African diaspora to provide long-term financial support for women-led research and innovation. Our vision is to create an enduring legacy that will empower generations of African women researchers for decades to come. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to the AFFiT Research Fellows to be inducted today, expect you to return to your institution and establish vibrant AFFiT chapters, promote research and innovation, mentor young academics, facilitate teachers and the colleges of Education Academic Staff Union, the provosts of participating colleges, our royal fathers, government agencies, development partners, corporate organizations, distinguished guests, and every individual whose support has made this vision a reality. As we look into the future, let us remain united in our commitment to building an Africa where every talented woman has access to quality education, meaningful research opportunities, visionary leadership, and the resources required to transform the society. Together, we can build stronger institutions. Together, we can build stronger researchers. Together, we can build stronger women leaders. Together, we can build a stronger Nigeria. Together, we can build a stronger Africa. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live NCCE, long live KOASU, long live AFFiT, and long live Stand Tall Africa Initiative. You are welcome.
Once again, a round of applause for Dr. Most warmly welcome the President of College of Education. I remembered when I was in primary 4, I had my primary education in Kano. They called that school Meyagi Central Primary School, for those who are familiar with that axis. Primary 1 I could not reach, primary 2 I could not reach, primary 3 I could not reach, but that school, when one of stands to teach, it's like anything that is mystery, you have to go to mystify. The meaning of only for 1 years, all of the souls that they do is here from my eyes. Immediately, and I know that it formed the foundation of my upbringing. One time I was consulting as a gynecologist, and I saw the doctor. Could I have that opportunity to interact with this person? Education is an equalizer. Somebody to understand our brilliance. That man, he tried at school, did everything, but he failed.
Job, we have maintained this sense of humor for over 20 years that we have known. As a matter of fact, he taught me biology. From being my teacher, we became friends. Consultant gynecologist now, and of course, myself, I'm a PhD holder. So I think we have come a long way. Doctor, I appreciate you so much. That teacher must be a wonderful teacher. For you to have kept his name till now, please you look for him and inject him so that he will become younger.
I will stand on the existing protocol, but I want to appreciate the father of the day, who is the chairman, and also appreciate the DG AFFiT. I appreciate every provost present or represented. My KOASU president is recognized. You are welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My topic is research, innovation and academic leadership, advancing educational excellence and national development in the 21st century. And I want to start with the anointing of the MC to tell you a story. Many years ago, in a developing nation facing educational challenges, 3 professors work in the same university. The first professor was highly knowledgeable. He spent his career teaching from the same notes year after year. His students passed exams, but few became innovators or problem solvers. His impact remained within the walls of the classroom. The second professor was a researcher. He conducted studies, published articles, and attended conferences. His work was respected internationally, and much of it remained on library shelves because it was rarely translated into practical solutions for the society. The third professor was both a researcher and an academic leader. He believed that knowledge should solve real-life problems. So he encouraged students to investigate local challenges such as poor learning outcomes, youth unemployment, environmental degradation, and food insecurity. He collaborated with government agencies, industries, and communities. His research generated innovations that improved teaching methods, supported local farmers, and informed educational policies. Over the time, the students of the first professor became routine workers. The students of the second professor became consumers of knowledge, but the students of the third professor became innovators, entrepreneurs, policymakers, and transformational leaders. Years later, when people examine the progress of the nation, they discovered that something remarkable, that the greatest contribution had not come merely from teaching, nor merely from research, but it came from the combination of research, innovation, and academic leadership. First century education, you know, is filled with a lot of technology impact, and we need a teacher, a researcher to be able to impart the student effectively. So higher education institutions generate knowledge, foster innovation, and provide visionary leadership. So it's very important that we concentrate more on a tertiary institution or more on research, innovation, and ensure that this brings about a transformed life and society. The UNESCO actually emphasized that the future of humanity is inextricably linked to African future, yet global research production remains highly unequal. Quality assurance to ensure that the right thing is being done at the right time, and then we talk about the same curriculum development, we keep on reviewing it to meet the demands of the society, and then there should be professional development of teachers. And then we have enhanced academic leadership and also increase access to education so that nobody is left out, like I said earlier. Then what is the role of academic leadership? The leaders, that is, academic leadership is expected to work hand in hand with the staff to enhance teaching and learning quality. But that one is still simple. You find that there are people who graduate from primary school today that cannot read. And why is this so? Because the teaching and learning quality is not checked and is not enhanced. And then we talk about promotion of research and innovation, because it's very vital, especially at the tertiary level of education. We are not just to teach alone. We are to conduct research and then carry out innovation to improve our society. And we'll talk about institutional quality assurance, ensuring that we meet the minimum standard. You can go ahead of that, but the minimum standard must be met for any program we conduct. And then we talk about human capital development, which can be done through training, retraining, continuous professional development, and so on. And then we manage resources effectively. Some time ago, I don't know, in one of the schools, a principal of a school was giving resources for the school, and he catered these resources to his own private school. Today you find that among our students, if you talk about maybe research, they just do copy and paste. That is not academic integrity. Even lecturers do those kind of, they violate academic integrity. So something like that we need to promote academic culture, showing what is the standard. Then what is the interrelationship between research, innovation, and leadership? I will start with leadership because it's the one that ties them together. Leadership moderates the impact of research and innovation and ensure it is properly conducted. It is research that serves as the tool for innovation. And then when we put all of them together, it will give us what we call academic excellence. Then what are the contributions of academic leadership, research and innovation to national development? Number one is human capital. We need human resources for our nation to advance. Without human resources, the chairman, that is our father of the day, said earlier, our resources is not in gold, minerals and all this, and that's not the main thing. Our human resources is very vital. Because if you build a house and your children are not equipped with the right skill, then they will sell the house. So that's why it's important that we develop our human resources. You find out today now, many of the young ones in Nigeria, they are looking for quick money. In the past, because I still remember this week, that somebody was making a reference to it, that so many years ago, the Saudi king came to the University of Ibadan teaching hospital to be attended to. But the opposite is the case now. We are the one going abroad for treatment. Nobody is coming in. So, but we can reverse it by ensuring we give attention to research, innovation to bring about our standing side by side with other nations of the earth. Challenges confronting effective integration. I'll just mention there that is number one is inadequate funding for research and innovation. I think I said that at the beginning, that our own budget is 0.6 or so as far as research is concerned. Where the other advanced countries, they are doing 3%, they contribute their 3% for research. They limited access to modern research facilities and technology. You find that even we are learning a lot of things online now, but you find out most of the time we have glitches because the facilities are not effective. So we need to work on that. And then we have brain drain and shortage of skilled researchers. Everybody is looking abroad for greener pastures, so it's affecting it. If we make the environment conducive, our researchers, our scholars, they will be able to stay. And then we have weak collaboration between academic and industry. This is very vital. We don't carry out research in isolation. We carry it to meet the need of the industries or the need of the society, so that the result of the research can effectively be applied. The insufficient leadership development program. So from time to time, our leaders need to be given up-to-date information on how to carry out effective leadership. And then finally, resistance to change and innovation within institutions. That one is very vital. I had a professor 2 weeks ago at national level. So, but thank God, because the TED Fund, that is Tertiary Education Trust Fund, has been doing a lot in this area, encouraging people for innovation, encouraging people for research. And then we have two forms of research, institutional-based research and national research, and they still have program for innovation. These, they pump in a lot of millions of naira to ensure things we give more attention to research and innovation. Then strengthening partnership among educational institutions, government and industry. In the era where we are, it is no longer doing it alone. You collaborate to bring about effectiveness. That's why they say when we stand together in unity, we stand, and when you stay in isolation, then you fall. Then promotion of digital transformation and emerging technology in education. So it's important the government and the institution put us together to bring about providing technological tools that will enhance research and innovation. And then establishment of innovation hubs and dedicated research centers all over the country is important. And then enhanced leadership training and capacity building, that is going through training once in a while to be able to update our knowledge. And then it's important to encourage interdisciplinary and collaboration. I've mentioned that earlier. And then develop policies that will reward research productivity and innovation. What is the global trend and institutional drive? In developing countries, they create room for competitive internal research grants, so that they provide money. Individual could just provide a lump sum of money for people to carry out research, either to solve one problem or the other. And then there is a need for transparent research metrics. What we mean by that, you have a standard for measuring research, whether it is this by the level of publication and so on. And then you equally, KPI is talking about the key productivity index that you need to use to be able to find a key performance index to find out whether it is in line or not. And then they develop heavy investment in infrastructure. They provide infrastructure in their own. And then there is a reward for high impact publication. Strong external industry partnership. That's partnership between industry and research institutions. African context analysis and Nigeria. You find that we have chronic constraint, limited fund, heavy teaching loads, because when you have a lot of load for teaching, that is, you have a lot of classes to cover, there is less time for research. To industry and society. So we need to work hand in hand to ensure that. But thank God for NUC in 2023 issued guidelines on research governance and integrity. And then in Kenya we have NACOSIT. And then Tenford, I have told you about Tenford earlier. They have expanded competitive grants and center of excellence. So these challenges may be something of the past. In conclusion, research, innovation, and academic leadership are indispensable pillars of educational excellence and national development. So research generates the knowledge that inform policy, drives, and economic growth. Innovation transforms knowledge into practical solution and competitive advantage. So academic leadership provide a vision that support for institution and society advancement. So institution must cultivate strong research culture, embrace innovation, and develop visionary leadership. The ultimate goal as a prospect is that knowledge-based society, particularly for developing nations such as Nigeria, is vital. So what do I take from my lesson from my story is that research is important to generate knowledge, and then innovation will transform knowledge into practical solution, and academic leadership will provide the vision, the culture, the partnership necessary to our research and innovation to thrive. When these three elements work together, educational institution will become powerful engine for national development. Thank you.
Very much. The MC. We going into the investigation, and of course we're going to be doing it stage by stage. But before then, I want to appreciate the paramilitary guys that are here. We got the information across your leadership 3 days ago that AFFiT is celebrating outstanding women in education, and we want some of their female officers to come around and cheer them up. We are all product of teachers. You are coming into a family that will be developing you in terms of personal packaging, relationship, and everything. And I want you to get ready on that. So, the project manager, are you guys set? To save the time, we are going to be calling the first set of inductees and the second to come together. We are going to be doing a joint induction. Over the past 8 years, Stand Tall has been doing what we call the reading campaign. And I must tell you, the last time we were trying to track in finances the quantity of books he has supplied to us. It's over 400 million. That is the book he has supplied to us. We just got some cartons worth about 4 or 5 pickups just 3 or 4 days ago from his store to Stand Tall for distribution. And that is why anytime you see Stand Tall, we are there to to distribute books. If your organization has told us, the uniform people, that you are coming, it's only road safety that inform us that they are sending their women. We would have brought books for all of you. Give you book free of charge to go and read. Because a reading society is a society that its problem is half solved. And that is what we are preaching. I want to especially thank Dr. Usman Buka for the wonderful work he has been doing for us. The books have been we have been receiving them, and we trust that we will keep receiving them. Please, another round of applause. So there are books inside. Please endeavor to read those books. We are giving them to you because we want you not just to be a scholar in your field.
To understand that this gown is a gown of responsibility. Dr. Celine Etesike. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name as I ought to, but just bear with me. Mrs. Amina Mohammed, Dr. Amina Hassan, Dr. Angela Okunne Ifenacho, Dr. Amina Mohammed. Some I hear Hadija, I'm always very excited. I worked in Hadija General Hospital, so it's a town that brings back memory. Dr. Amina Mohammed Tijani, Dr. Ibrahim Sikirat, Dr. Lauratu Adamu Urawa, Dr. Fatima Inua Darazu, Mrs. Munirat Mamman Shehu, Afsatu Abdurrahman Bello. Okay, so we have Amina Bello Katabum, Esther Daniel, Michelle Bila, Professor Fatima Jumai Isa, Dr. Elda Ada Anyawu, Dr. Kalu Veronica Akanju, Dr. Shehu Joke Iyabo, Dr. Joy Amaka Ezedima, Awa M. Mari, Joyce Adams, Charity Onuma, Dr. Biat Grace Caleb, Yahaya Nabila Kabir, Halima Abu Gabban. Please, can you spread to the other side? Those of that extreme, please, can you spread out?
Dr. Abi Medina Iyabe, Agatha Boloro, Omoha Odujoy, Professor Rashida Salau Abdurashid, Aisha Nana Mohammed, Dr. Abdui Anumi Iroma, Dr. Richard Taiwo Ogunaya, Dr. Antonia Ngochukwu, Marian Christine Abubakar, Professor Aduke Olufumila Ibe.
Having been inducted as an AFFiT Research Fellow, do solemnly pledge to uphold the highest standards of professionalism, scholarship, and service. Through research, innovation, collaboration, and ethical leadership. I shall use my knowledge and influence to inspire, mentor fellow educators, promote evidence-based practice, and contribute meaningfully to the development of my institution. I will uphold the vision and values of the African Oral Education. honorably, and in good faith. So help me God. You are therefore all officially and formally inducted. Thank you.
That oath, the oath there, sign and your phone number, your WhatsApp number. If you don't submit a oath, because we need to communicate.
After the event, who were to take photographs. When you are done with your photographs, I want to see it on Facebook, on Instagram, all the social media platforms. When you are done taking pictures, the award is a call to responsibility. It is a call to work. More. So today, we will go to the
Right? Where are you, please? Dr. Fatima Ladiba. Is she around? From Otis School. Are you there? Please, you can stand up for recognition. She told me she did the TEDfund sponsor the publication, and because we are into the business of distributing books.
Dr. Fatima Inua Darazu. Dr. Hafsat Abdulrahman Bello. Dr. Shehu Joke Iyabo. Dr. Shehu Joke Iyabo. Dr. Anyama Salome Ojone. Dr. Hawapulu Saba. Dr. Hanatu Joseph Iga. Dr. Hanatu Joseph Iga. Dr. Obudimi. Dr. Aisha Ngozi Ezeani. Dr. Onyebusi Chisom. Rose Collect. Dr. Fatima Ladiba. Dr. Fatima Ladiba, once again, thank you so much for your donation. Please come over. Thank you. Dr. Nsine Akaninenye Akaninye.
Phone numbers. Also with Dr. Judith, please join me.
Congratulations, congratulations. Selling AFFiT, please come forward. Please into the photograph, yeah, so that they capture you. We have Amina Mohammed Tijani. Amina Mohammed Tijani.
No.
Who is not the host? She almost forgot. Even though this money is not this, but in this Tinubu era, I think it will still sort out one or two. Chinwe, Michaela, Nebolisa. Chinwe, Angela Nebolisa. I've called this team several times. I've not seen her until I called morning now and teaching me. Congratulations, Mrs. Chinwe. Fatima Yahaya. Fatima Yahaya.
Our own.
Oh, this our own nice uniform so that everybody will feel bad. Adegemi Sola Olotu. This one is our very own. Aja Doris Lebusi.
Our own.
Agatha Bororo.
Our own.
Our very own.
Our own, our own.
Aisha Anna Mohammed.
Our own.
Amina Mohammed.
Amina Mohammed. Amina Mohammed. United Nations General Secretary Assistant.
Exactly. Are you from Gombe?
Our own.
Yes.
Our own.
And then to Joseph Lega. This one is our very own. Our very, very own.
Our very, very own.
Our own.
Ogunjimi Deborah Adetoro. The next name on this category is Fatima Ladiba.
And secondly, is our coordinator. And all the other research fellows, you are winners. So we have a winner, which I want the chairman of this event to please help me present this letter of award and a check of 2 million naira to Amina Hassan Usman. Please bring a round of applause as she comes forward.
By the authority conferred on me as the chair of this important occasion, I'm pleased and proud to present this check of 2 million naira to Amina. Congratulations. Our triple mandate oath. And it is all over. So, a continuation of the gift, they already won and you are very deserving of this honor. Again and again, congratulations.
Please, let me submit to the words of Julius Caesar. The parting for now, we're parting for a while. If we meet again, well, if we cannot meet again, then the parting is well made. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations. Okay, you want to make a good thank you so much, AFFiT, for this wonderful, wonderful encouragement to the field of education. We're going to take the next item, which is goodwill messages, and we have a number of persons.
special guests, participants. Let me first say that I'm wearing brown. The country representative of AFFiT is wearing brown. We didn't conspire. It's just a coincidence. That is Dr. He is color and the color of my dress. But as to my goodwill message, I believe I saw some people with a copy of it. Has it been distributed? Do you have it? I have it. Well, if that is the case, I will not read what in these few pages of my goodwill message. If we could take statistics of any country, particularly Nigeria, population of women is very high. So there is no way we will want to develop a country neglecting our women. Has been a very important inhibition factor. I'm referring to Western education. When it came, not many people welcomed it, particularly this part of the country. And I referred it to, particularly to my village view in Borno State. When education came around 1924, Western education, I started writing when I left public service 1999. So the end of your service is not the end of your education. And if you are going to write, in fact, after retirement, that is when you have more time to write. So please dedicate yourself. And why I decided to write? Let me share what I have. That accounted for why I decided to write. From 1999 to date, God very good health, I continue to write. I've not stopped. I never stopped writing at any time. There has been emphasis on research, not just research. You must publish the research. Otherwise, the research buried somewhere doesn't help. Please, I'm employing you to write even if it is 50 pages of a document. Leave something for people to read as a legacy of whatever profession you are pursuing. I don't want to take much of it. Thank you very much.
I want to thank all directors here present, deans, heads of departments, and lecturers of this very noble institution. May I also extend my appreciation to all the award recipients. You have done so well, you've conducted yourself so well. Please a round of applause for yourselves. Thank you. Again, our paramilitary here, we appreciate you, all our development partners, and every other person here who maybe by chance I fail to recognize or appreciate you. Your presence is not taken for granted. Please, as we go, let us remember that we'll go forth inspired to be ambassadors of excellence, champions of innovation, builders of stronger Nigeria, stronger Africa, and stronger nations. On that note, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we will allow the curtain fall on this event. And may I also say that as we go, I wish us a very successful journey to all our respective destinations. Long live AFFiT. Long live Stand Tall Africa Initiative. Long live Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, thank you, thank you.